hot take, if you're the type of person who says, we should live it up because these are the best years of our life, you're the problem. If you're wondering why I am in a red room with a bowl of Greek yogurt, one, it's because I'm one of those weirdos who thinks it actually does something for your sleep. And two, because it's called a visual hook. You're supposed to keep watching for some reason because of this. Now, I remember vividly this one time I was in college and actually with a close friend of mine, and he wanted me to go to some bar or do something. And he used that quote. He looked me in the eyes, Flint, 20-year-old, 21-year-old Flint. Dude, these are going to be the best years of our life. Like, these are going to be the best years of our life. We got to make memories. And I looked him back in the eyes in my head and I thought, dude, we live in a brick frat house that could go up in flames at any moment. It was a tinderbox that smells horrible. There's broken glass on the floor. Don't get me wrong, I had a great time. It was fun. But the best years of our life, like, this is it? This is the peak? It's a bit of a facetious example, right? And it's actually the extremeness of the situation of how ridiculous living in a fraternity house is that makes it so, like, not idyllic, but such a positive experience. But the reality of that statement, now being in my early 30s, is watching people live out what that statement entails. Basically, just signing up for lives that they just don't give a shit about. Turning into these creatures of habit that seemed 10 years ago to be so full of life. Who now, even some people I know that are doing really well, who are just like, they don't have a smile anymore. And it's as if they've been not beat up, because they're not beat up. It's like they're giving away their life force in some way that they don't actually like. Their days are filled with certain obligations that you and I have, like work. That's part of it, right? Or paying bills. Some of them now, children, partners, they have responsibilities that are accumulating. But they also make these decisions to join groups of friends who are only going to positively reinforce them engaging in behaviors that they don't really give a shit about. Going to certain bars that they don't care about. Spending time with people they don't care about. Doing hobbies they don't care about. Going to the gym instead of playing basketball or baseball or soccer, or like doing something fun. And so what I'm saying is, it's not just about these moments. It's not about changing the obligations that you have. It's about saying, all right, you have 2 hours a day, maybe 90 minutes, maybe it's 60 minutes, maybe it's 3 hours, whatever it is for you. Maybe it's 30 minutes. But in those 30 minutes, I watch these people, and instead of smiling or doing anything that has a high probability of making them smile or feel fulfilled or just content, they go and watch some stupid fucking show on TV and just further sink into the abyss of that comment, which is like, these are the best years of my life. We'll never get them back. That statement is just like, you're giving up. That's just so crazy to me, to watch people who are 19, 20, 21 years old regurgitate that bullshit statement from their parents. God, I heard parents when I was 20 years old. It was like that, I think it was an American Pie movie. That's how ridiculous this is. It was in an American Pie movie. Great movies. But, like, to hear a father who's 45, 50, 55 years old tell his son at 20, these are the best years of your life, son. You'll never get them back. It's like, they're good. Hopefully. They're fun. Yeah. Hopefully you learn a lot and do cool shit and spend it with fun people. But, like, the best? It's like these people are signing up voluntarily to throw their life away at 22. I can remember where in that fraternity house I was when he said that statement. He's a good friend of mine. Like, I love him to death. In that moment, I was like, I don't know if I can be friends with you in my head. Because like I abhor that statement. All I'm trying to say is that if you're starting to feel that sensation creeping in of like, maybe this is it. Maybe this is the life that everyone talks about. It's more boring and it's less fulfilling and there's less ways to find contentment. And it's just this, it's the slog, it's the rat race. One, it's your perspective. And I'm not speaking to everyone. If you're in a situation where you just have no time, no energy, you have a chronic illness, like all those kind of things, like I got you. That maybe this isn't for you. But even if you are in those groups, how are you spending your time? Because at the end of the day, I wrote this in my book. If you want a free copy, click the link in my bio. What a sell. Wow. And one of the first lines in the first paragraph or two is is something along the lines of the way we spend our time is who we become, right? And so instead of saying, how do you want to spend your life? You should really say, how do you want to spend your time? Because you live 24 hours each day. Some amount of it you sleep. Some amount of it you sit in a red room and talk to a camera because you're building a business and you have no fucking clue how to use social media. While eating Greek yogurt and blueberries and honey, cinnamon, and a little bit of creatine. But like every day, you got a couple hours, you got a couple minutes, you got 30 minutes. Don't throw it away. You don't have to binge the show. You don't have to scroll social media. You don't have to speak with the people you don't give a fuck about. You don't have to comply with stupid, inane bullshit that doesn't matter. You don't. There are certain things you must comply with. You got to go to jury duty, pay your taxes, and that's only true for some people. You got to go to work, feed your kids, hopefully have a loving relationship with your partner, clean a little bit. But like, you don't have to go down the street to Barbara's house. You don't like Barbara. You don't have to turn on the new Netflix show that Barbara told you about. No one gives a fuck about it. You won't. You probably think about how many Netflix shows you fucking remember. And of those shows that you remember, how many episodes do you remember? It's one of the reasons I'm so passionate about this. Is that feeling of knowing you are throwing your life away through 10,000 cuts of consumptive behavior, through 10,000 cuts of scrolling, through 10,000 cuts of conversations that don't matter. Spend your time the way you want to spend your time. And don't give it to other people or other things that you don't want to. So, with that, I'm going to eat the rest of my Greek yogurt. This is going to sound ridiculous. I'm going to sit here and philosophize about a thought I heard earlier today about the difference between love being how much you're willing to sacrifice versus how much you are willing to not make another person sacrifice. Because I think that is a phenomenally interesting subject. I'm going to have a blast doing it. And that's going to sound pretty weird to a lot of people. But tomorrow, I will have a new thought that I had thought. And that's fun for me, even if it sounds weird to other people. And I will enjoy the fact that I have that thought. And that at some point in time in the future, someone will ask me a thought. And I will say, well, here's a thought that I think. All right, this has gone on too long. Go spend your time the way you want. Peace.